Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm in Benin City, Edo State. I will be talking about the history of what transpired between the Benin people and the British colonial government. But before we dive right into the main story, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now that you've done that, let's dive right into the main story.
In 1897, the Kingdom of Benin stood as one of the most advanced and powerful realms in West Africa, famed for its sophisticated culture, art, and wealth. Its royal city, a marvel of architecture and organization, was shielded by walls that stretched for miles, guarded by warriors fiercely loyal to their king, the Oba Ovanramwa Nogbesai. The British, however, saw something else, a kingdom rich in resources, holding coveted control over palm oil and rubber, a vital piece in the expansion of their empire across Africa. When the British sought to make inroads into Benin, they discovered a fiercely independent kingdom unwilling to bow to foreign power, setting the stage for a brutal clash that would alter Benin's fate forever. If you're intrigued by tales of resistance, power struggles, and the tragic twist of history, subscribe now to delve deeper into Nigeria's rich and tumultuous past. This story of the Benin-British War unveils the bravery, betrayal, and tragic downfall of one of Africa's last great kingdoms. With each subscription, you support our ability to bring hidden stories like this to light, honoring heroes whose legacies continue to inspire resilience and pride. For years, the British had tried to establish trade agreements with Benin, but Oba Ovanramwan, wary of European intentions, resisted. The British pressed on, frustrated by Benin's refusal to grant them unrestricted access to its resources. Tensions simmered beneath a thin veil of diplomacy, a fragile peace held by the Oba's refusal to compromise on the sovereignty of his people. In January 1897, the British Vice-Consul, James Phillips, led a supposed diplomatic mission to Benin City, despite clear warnings that the kingdom was observing sacred ceremonies and would not welcome outsiders. Oba Ovanramwan sent messengers urging Phillips to delay his arrival, but Phillips ignored them, determined to press into Benin's sacred territory. For the British, the stakes were high. If they could establish a foothold in Benin, it would open up access to the entire region's lucrative resources. But the Benin people had no intention of bowing to foreign demands, especially during their sacred Igu festival. In the jungles outside Benin City, the mission met its fate. In a bloody ambush, the Benin warriors struck, killing most of the British delegation. News of the ambush spread like wildfire. The British, outraged, saw this as an act of war. They declared their intention to retaliate with full force, setting in motion an invasion that would bring devastation upon the Kingdom of Benin. The British mobilized an elite force of 1,200 soldiers, including African carriers, artillery, and Maxim guns, devastating weapons the likes of which the Benin warriors had never encountered. By February 1897, the British were on the march, intent on capturing Benin City and subduing the kingdom. The air was thick with dread and the weight of impending doom as the British forces advanced, their arrival heralded by the thunder of artillery. As they neared Benin City, the Benin warriors, armed with spears, bows, and an unbreakable resolve, prepared to defend their homeland. They knew the odds were against them. They had heard tales of the British firepower and their deadly machine guns. Yet, the warriors fought with unmatched valor, determined to hold the line, to protect their king, their culture, and their sacred city. But the onslaught was relentless. British forces overwhelmed the defenders with firepower, pushing deeper into the kingdom. The battle reached a terrible climax as British soldiers broke through the final defenses and entered Benin City. They unleashed a storm of destruction, setting the city ablaze, looting its treasures, and defiling its sacred sites. The kingdom's irreplaceable artifacts, bronze plaques, sculptures, and masks that had adorned the palace and told the history of Benin's kings, were taken as spoils of war. These treasures, known today as the Benin bronzes, would eventually find their way into museums across Europe, becoming symbols of both Benin's rich culture and the tragedy of its conquest. Oba Ovanramwan fled the Benin City, retreating deep into the jungle, where he hoped to mount a resistance. For months, he evaded capture, aided by loyal followers. But the British were relentless, hunting him with scouts and informants. Finally, realizing the toll that continued resistance would take on his people, Ovonramwen surrendered to the British in a heartbreaking moment of defeat. He was exiled to Calabar, where he would live out the rest of his days far from the kingdom he had once ruled. His exile marked the end of Benin's independence and a painful chapter in the kingdom's history. The invasion of Benin left a scar on the kingdom that resonates to this day. The looted artifacts, symbols of Benin's culture and history, were scattered across Europe. To this day, descendants of the Benin people continue to call for the return of these bronzes, seeing them as an enduring reminder of their ancestors' resistance and the cultural devastation inflicted upon them. The story of the Benin-British War is more than a tale of conflict. It is a story of resilience, of a kingdom that fought valiantly to protect its sovereignty, and of a king who sacrificed everything for his people. The fall of Benin remains a testament to the strength of a proud kingdom that refused to be subjugated without a fight. If you found this story gripping, subscribe to our channel to keep learning about Nigeria's powerful, hidden history. With each subscription, you become part of a journey to honor the heroes of the past and uncover the stories that shaped our world. Don't miss out, subscribe today and join us as we delve deeper into the legacy of resistance, resilience, and pride that defines Nigeria's history.